What if I told you the difference between a 100,000-mile engine and an 800,000-mile engine isn't luck, brand, or price tag? It's these 15 specific habits that most drivers completely ignore. I'm about to share the exact maintenance philosophy that's kept my daily driver running strong for over 800,000 miles, and it all starts with understanding one critical truth. Most engine deaths are 100% preventable. The million-mile mindset. Listen, I've been turning wrenches professionally for over 25 years, and I've seen perfectly good engines destroyed by simple ignorance. But I've also witnessed miracle machines that just refuse to quit, and there's always a pattern. The automotive industry wants you to believe that engines naturally wear out around 150,000 miles. That's complete nonsense. With the right approach, your engine should easily cross the 500,000 mark, and many can push well beyond 800,000 miles. Today, we're diving deep into the 15 non-negotiable habits that separate the million-mile legends from the scrapyard statistics. Habit number 15, the first-mile rule. Let's start with the most critical 60 seconds of your engine's day, the cold start. Here's what most people get catastrophically wrong. Your engine oil at 20 degrees Fahrenheit has the consistency of honey. At 10 degrees Fahrenheit, it's basically molasses. When you fire up that engine, you're asking precision machinery to operate with virtually zero lubrication for the first crucial seconds. Here's my first-mile rule. Start your engine, let it idle for exactly 45 seconds. No more, no less. This gives oil time to circulate but doesn't waste fuel. Then drive like your grandmother is in the passenger seat for the first mile. No hard acceleration, no high RPMs, no sudden loads. Your oil needs to reach at least 180 degrees Fahrenheit before it can properly protect your engine. Rush this process, and you're literally grinding away years of engine life with every cold morning. Habit number 14, the 3,000-mile controversy. Now let's talk about the most debated topic in automotive maintenance: oil change intervals. The marketing departments want you believing 10,000 miles is fine. Let me show you why that's expensive thinking. I don't care if you're running the most expensive synthetic oil on the planet. Here's my proven interval system. First oil change at exactly 1,000 miles to flush manufacturing debris. After that, every 4,000 miles or 4 months, whichever comes first. Your manual says 7,500 miles? Your manual was written by lawyers and marketing teams, not the engineers who built your engine. Those engineers? They change their personal vehicles every 3,000, 4,000 miles. Here's a simple test. Next oil change, save a sample in a clear jar. Check it at 3,000 miles, then 5,000, then 7,500. You'll see exactly when that oil stops protecting and starts destroying. Habit number 13, the filter investigation. This habit separates the amateurs from the professionals. Every single oil change, I cut open the old filter and examine the pleats with a flashlight. Sounds extreme? This 2-minute inspection can predict engine failure months in advance. What am I looking for? Metal particles, excessive carbon buildup, or that telltale bronze shimmer that indicates bearing wear. Find these early, and you can address problems before they become catastrophes. I once found aluminum particles in a customer's filter. Turned out to be early piston wear. That $30 inspection saved him a $6,000 engine rebuild because we caught it early and adjusted his driving habits. Take photos of your filter pleats over time. Pattern recognition is everything in preventive maintenance. Habit number 12, the viscosity precision. Let's destroy the biggest oil myth in automotive history, that close enough works with oil viscosity. Your engine was designed with mathematical precision, and oil viscosity is part of that equation. When your manual specifies 5W30, that's not a suggestion. It's engineering. The 5W determines cold flow characteristics, affecting startup protection. The 30 controls high-temperature viscosity, impacting everything from oil pressure to fuel economy. Use 10W40 instead of 5W30? Congratulations, you've just increased startup wear and stressed your oil pump. Go thinner with 0W20 in an engine designed for 5W30? Now you're risking oil consumption and high-temperature protection. I've seen engines with 200,000 miles that look brand new inside because the owner never deviated from the specified oil. I've also seen 50,000-mile engines destroyed because someone thought all oil is the same. Habit number 11. The leak detective. Here's some hard truth. There's no such thing as an acceptable oil leak. That minor seep you're ignoring is a ticking time bomb with a lit fuse. I once tracked a customer who ignored a $15 valve cover gasket leak. 6 months later, $4,200 timing belt replacement after oil-soaked belt slipped and destroyed the engine. That small leak cost him 280 times the original repair. Every month, spend 5 minutes under your car with a flashlight. Look for wet spots, crusty buildup, or that telltale rainbow shimmer in your driveway. Smell burning oil during drives? That's leaked oil hitting hot exhaust components. Modern engines also consume oil internally, especially turbocharged models. While you're playing detective with external leaks, your oil level is dropping internally. By the time your oil light illuminates, you're already critically low. Fix leaks immediately. Check your oil level weekly. Your engine will thank you with decades of reliable service. Habit number 10, the temperature dance. Now, let's talk about the delicate temperature dance that keeps your engine alive. Most drivers think warmed up means the temperature gauge reached normal. That's only half the story. Your coolant might hit 190 degrees Fahrenheit in 5 minutes, but your oil needs 15 to 20 minutes to reach optimal operating temperature of 220 degrees Fahrenheit. Until then, you're running on compromised lubrication. Here's my temperature protocol. After your 45-second idle and gentle first mile, gradually increase your driving intensity over the next 10 minutes. No wide open throttle, no heavy loads, no high RPMs until everything is fully warmed. This is especially critical for turbocharged engines. Those turbos spin at 150,000 plus RPM and generate tremendous heat. Shock them with immediate hard driving, and you're looking at premature turbo failure. Patient warm-up isn't old-school thinking, it's precision engineering. Respect the temperature dance, and your engine will reward you with longevity. Habit number 9, the idle trap. Here's where things get counterintuitive. I just told you to warm up your engine, but excessive idling is equally destructive. Let me explain this critical balance. Extended idling prevents your engine from reaching optimal combustion temperatures. Incomplete fuel burn creates carbon deposits on intake valves, particularly problematic with direct injection engines found in modern Hondas, Toyotas, and German vehicles. During prolonged idle, oil pressure remains low, starving upper engine components like camshafts and lifters of proper lubrication. Over months, this causes premature wear and sludge accumulation. Remote start idling for 20 minutes in winter? You're creating problems. Summer AC idling for 30 minutes. Same issue. The solution: 45 to 60 seconds of idle, then drive gently until fully warmed. Modern engines need load and RPM variation to maintain internal cleanliness. Gentle driving accomplishes warm-up faster and healthier than extended idling. Habit number 8, the $12 savior. Let me introduce you to a $12 part that can prevent $3,000 in damage: the PCV valve. Most drivers have never heard of it, which is exactly why engines fail prematurely. PCV stands for positive crankcase ventilation. This little valve manages pressure and gases from your engine's crankcase, routing them back through the intake to be burned. Simple concept, catastrophic consequences when it fails. When your PCV valve clogs, and it will clog, I've seen engines where neglected PCV valves created sludge so thick it looked like chocolate pudding. I've also diagnosed mysterious oil leaks that traced back to a $12 PCV valve stuck open, creating vacuum leaks. Replace your PCV valve every 40,000 miles or whenever you notice unusual oil consumption, random oil leaks, or rough idle. 5 minutes of work, $12 in parts, thousands in prevention. Habit number 7, the sensor that kills performance. If your car feels sluggish, drinks fuel like a pickup truck, or idles rough, chances are you've ignored this critical sensor for years. The mass airflow sensor, and cleaning it costs under $10. Your MOF sensor measures incoming air volume, so your engine computer can calculate proper fuel delivery. When contaminated with dust, oil vapors, and grime, it provides false readings that throw off your entire fuel system. I've watched customers spend hundreds replacing spark plugs, ignition coils, and fuel injectors when an $8 can of MAF cleaner and 10 minutes would have solved everything. Here's the proper cleaning procedure. Disconnect the sensor, remove it carefully, spray with dedicated MAF cleaner. Never use brake cleaner or carburetor spray. Let it air dry completely, then reinstall. Don't touch the sensing wires. They're extremely delicate. Clean your MAF sensor every 15,000 miles or sooner if you drive in dusty conditions or use oiled air filters. This simple maintenance can improve fuel economy by 10–15% and restore lost performance. Habit number 6, the breathing system. Your engine breathes air just like you do, and feeding it through a clogged or inferior filter is like asking an athlete to perform while breathing through a straw. A contaminated air filter restricts airflow, killing performance and disrupting the precise air-fuel mixture your engine needs. This leads to reduced fuel economy, sluggish throttle response, and carbon buildup on intake valves. I've extracted air filters that looked like crime scenes, literally containing mouse nests, seeds, insulation, and debris that would destroy any engine if it got through. Those $5 bargain filters don't seal properly, allowing dust and sand, literal engine killers, to bypass filtration. Run that long enough and you're grinding down piston rings and cylinder walls with every mile. Stick to quality brands, OEM filters, Wix, Fram Ultra, properly maintained K&N, or Bosch. Replace every 20,000 miles or sooner in dusty environments. Hold your filter up to a light. If you can't see light through it, replacement time has arrived. Habit number 5, the ignition foundation. Your engine is only as good as the spark that ignites the fuel, and cheapening out on spark plugs is like building a mansion on a sand foundation. Spark plugs don't just create ignition, they control combustion timing, burn efficiency, and emission levels. Install inferior plugs, and you're inviting misfires, poor fuel economy, and long-term engine damage. I've diagnosed mysterious engine knocks that traced back to $3 gas station spark plugs, swapped in proper NGK, Denso, or OEM plugs, and the engine ran like new. The customer saved $2,000 in unnecessary diagnostic work. Modern engines require platinum or iridium-tipped plugs designed for their specific compression ratios and ignition timing. These last 60,000 to 100,000 miles and maintain consistent performance throughout their life. Always gap plugs to specification unless they're pre-gapped from the factory. Avoid mystery brands or eBay specials. Spend an extra $30 on quality plugs now, or spend $1,500 later replacing catalytic converters and ignition coils. Habit number 4, the warning light. Wisdom that amber check engine light isn't a suggestion or a minor annoyance. It's your engine's desperate plea for help before permanent damage occurs. I've seen drivers ignore check engine lights for months, thinking it runs fine, so it must be okay. Then catastrophic failure strikes. Melted catalytic converters, scorched pistons, destroyed sensors, transmissions stuck in limp mode. Let me decode the most critical trouble codes that can save you thousands. P0171/P0174 means your engine is running lean, air or fuel system problem requiring immediate attention. P030001 indicates random misfires from ignition or fuel delivery issues. P0420 signals catalytic converter efficiency below threshold, expensive replacement needed soon. P0440/P0455 shows evap system leak, often just a loose gas cas, but can indicate serious vapor control problems. P0325 means knock sensor malfunction. Your engine can't protect itself from destructive detonation. Every code starts as a $50 to $200 fix, but can escalate to $2,000 to $5,000 disasters when ignored. Buy a basic OBD2 scanner for $25 or get free scans at parts stores. Knowledge is power, and early intervention is profit. Habit number 3, the timing belt time bomb. This habit alone justifies this entire video. When your timing belt fails, it doesn't give warnings, doesn't make noise, doesn't gradually deteriorate. It just snaps, and instantly transforms your running engine into expensive scrap metal. If you own an interference engine, and most modern engines are interference designs, when replacing the timing belt, also replace the water pump, tensioner, and idler pulleys. You're already paying for labor access. Don't cheap out on related components that fail at similar intervals. Habit number 2, the short trip destroyer. This habit kills more engines than any other driving pattern, yet it seems completely harmless. I'm talking about short trips where your engine never reaches full operating temperature. When you drive 1 to 3 miles repeatedly, school runs, grocery trips, short commutes, your engine oil never reaches its critical operating temperature of 220 degrees Fahrenheit. This prevents oil from burning off moisture, fuel vapors, and combustion contaminants. The result? Condensation builds inside your engine, mixing with oil to create a milky sludge that coats internal components and clogs PCV systems. You won't see immediate damage, but within months you'll have corroded internals and stuck lifters. I once disassembled a pampered Toyota with only 75,000 miles that looked internally like it had run 400,000 miles without maintenance. The owner was retired, drove gently, changed oil religiously, but never took highway trips. The solution? Take your vehicle on a 20 to 30-minute highway drive weekly. Get everything hot. Let the oil do its job. And stop assuming that less driving equals less wear. Half-warmed engines wear faster than properly heated ones. Habit number 1, the weight limit. Reality. The number 1 engine killer isn't maintenance neglect or age. It's treating your vehicle like a commercial hauling truck when it was designed as a passenger car. Every vehicle has a gross vehicle weight rating, the maximum safe weight including passengers, cargo, and fluids. Exceed this rating and you're stressing every component: engine, transmission, cooling system, brakes, suspension, even the frame. I once had a customer load concrete bags into his Corolla and attempt mountain driving. Within days, blown head gasket, cracked radiator, overheated transmission, and complete engine failure. His moving truck mentality destroyed a reliable car. Overloading creates multiple failure modes. Engines run hotter and work harder. Cooling systems struggle to maintain temperature. Brakes fade quickly. Transmissions overheat. And fuel economy plummets. Check your door jamb sticker for maximum payload and towing ratings. Respect those numbers religiously. Don't tow beyond capacity. Don't pile excessive cargo. And don't assume just this once won't cause damage. These 15 habits aren't just maintenance tips. They're the difference between a throwaway car and a million-mile machine. The choice is yours. Pay a little now for prevention or pay a fortune later for replacement. Smart drivers choose prevention every time